Hey everybody, welcome to the week that was. This is June, I don't know what we're doing with 9th, I don't know, 8th, June 8th, yes. With the COVID, the world on fire, everything going on, who knows? But I do know a week has passed, and I appreciate all of you that have been joining the Patreon and enjoying all the contents going on there. And the big news for me was that the thing I was excited about, my show POS going on Compound, not now. Not saying no to that, whatever. It could happen soon, but not happening now. So that episode, the second we recorded with John Moses and me and Frank, is on here on Patreon, and it's also on YouTube for people that are watching it on there as well. You can see it on there. We shared it. Now, the reason why, to be honest with you, is just because of everything going on in the world. There's only so much they can put on their plate, and putting on a show that's not really part of the network yet. Let's hope. Can't be done right now. They've got too much on their plate with everything going on in the world and everything going on with them and short staffed and all that. That I was told. I got the phone call right away. I'm sorry you can't put it out there. We appreciate you recorded it. We will have you record something else in the future. Hopefully Frank is alive by the time I have to do that. So not only is that episode up, but I also put up an episode this week on Patreon with Frank as my guest, so we can talk about that stuff and everything else and just chat with Frank because I want to record him as many times as I can before Frank is no longer Frank and then he's just artist formerly known as Alive Frank, because he's 78 years old and it's the COVID, and he's got 3 more years until he's the average age of people that die from COVID virus. So check out the show POS. It was a good one. John Moses is hilarious. We covered some fun topics. It's a little bit dated because we recorded a couple weeks ago, and the topics were still things that were going on, and you'll still remember it, but it's still a little dated. It's basically just me getting upset and calling people pieces of shit. The norm, and that's fine. I was a guest on the Ski Mask Collective, is a podcast from a guy who wears a ski mask, who's a big fan of stuff. If I can pull this up here, I'm going to pull up a little bit. No, we're going to go to boom, and no, we're not going to do that one yet. What are we doing? I'm learning my ways. Here we are, a little Ski Mask Collective. Here's me and a man in a pink ski mask talking about drinking. Oh, wait, this is the Brian McCarthy part that I don't care about. Oh, I was a little farther up I wanted to go. My apologies.
It was a problem. And in the video, I was talking just fine to the police. You know what I mean? So that's an issue. Like fuck. But issues don't stop alcoholics. Like listen, the week after 9/11, my buddy of mine was going to be sent off to Afghanistan. So we all got together and drank. I drank way too fucking much. My friends told me not to drive. I snuck out the back door. I drove down the highway. I flew my car over a guardrail. The engine block came through the car, broke my heel. I have a shattered heel to this day. No tendons in the heel at all. Broke my ribs. Almost died. Almost did. My now ex-wife, my wife at the time, was pregnant with my first child. I almost never met my kid. I was this close to dying. You kept drinking. 6 months later, I was back drinking. Yeah. I mean, I got trashed the day after I got my DWI. I continued to get trashed. I got it in the month of December. I didn't get sober till July. Right, I just didn't drive down that highway anymore. Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So, if you want to watch me be on the show, well, by the way, that video does, because I'm a whore and I use my background, it does look like that I am, it's my podcast, but it's not my podcast. It is the, it is, what are we going on here? I am not doing a job. It is Ski Mask Collective, which definitely go subscribe to. Go check out. He's a good guy. He's from Texas. He wears a ski mask. Brilliant. You see it and you go, what the fuck's this? Why is this guy wearing a ski mask? And you check it out. It's a good way to get attention, thinking outside the box. Funny dude, good dude, has some fun podcast. I'm not going to lie, was a little nervous going on because I had checked out some of the other ones he's done, and he's known to sometimes have someone on and then fucking rail them and pull up some dirt on them or bring in some other people to yell at them or destroy them. And I was like, this guy reached out to me. Maybe he wants to destroy me in some way. But no, cool dude, was a fan of what I do. I'm a fan of what he does. Please go support him. I'm going to have him on the podcast soon. Interesting guy who's trying to make some shit out of nothing. You know what I mean? Trying to make ski mask salad out of ski mask shit. You know what I mean? Trying to build it up, make it better and all that. While I was on that show, we had also talked about, podcasting and talking, like what I'm doing now, talking by myself, and how I found after, You're learning the hard way, through some tough love, if you will, by being roasted on a podcast, that I'm better off having guests on than I am than doing this for an hour. I can do this for like 15, 20 minutes, but yes, I need someone else to bounce things off of, or I repeat myself, or sometimes I start to stutter a little, or just kind of contradict myself because my mind goes wacky. I get it. I get what I do. I know some people enjoy it, some didn't. When I was selected by the people on Who Are These Podcasts, they destroyed the podcast. And I took it well because I said, you know what? All criticism can be welcomed and used. And I learned from it, even though they destroyed me. You can go check out that episode on their thing. And if you're going to check out their stuff, you might want to check out what's coming up soon, because this Saturday I will be a guest on Who Are These Podcasts, just found out, and I'm going to help destroy another podcast. And I'm going to be listening this week to that podcast and pulling up clips and stuff like that. And then now going to be on the other side and see how that is. Now, am I going to be one of the dark ones? It depends on how bad a podcast is. I'll be real. I'll be frank, because I think I'm allowed to be, because I took it well. I didn't cry and whine when they did it to me. I took it well. I listened to the critiques. Were they a little personal and rough and sometimes fucked up? Yeah, but that's entertaining. That's what they do. So I will be a guest on Who Are These Podcasts. Like I said, I was a guest on the Ski Collective. Please support the podcast that let me be on their podcast. If you like me here, listen to them as well. Enjoy them. Share them. If more people see that people are happy when I'm a guest on somewhere, then bigger and better shows will have me on. Those are great shows, but other ones will too. So support where I go, not just in this one spot here, but I do appreciate everybody checking out, and I appreciate both those podcasts for giving me a chance to have me on. It was nice they both reached out to me. I didn't reach out to them. That made me feel like a hot lady getting all them little Tinder funds. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's like, ooh, I like this girl. Check out what she brings to the yard. Like, hey, finally. Dance moves. Yes. What else this week? I had Frank Ski Mask. What was his podcast? Frank was on my podcast, like I said, this week. And on the podcast, we talked about putting on a comedy show, him and I, again. And Frank found a secret location. We'll be announcing it very soon, but we're going to be doing it. It's going to be in Connecticut, and I can't wait to get back on a live stage. And Frank is going to be on a stage. We'll probably have a special guest as well. We'll be letting people know. I'm calling it secret, but it's not going to be too secret. We are going to promote it a little bit, but I'm excited. I'm excited to do something again. Fuck you, COVID. You've taken away my comedy love, but now I'm ready to come back and do my thing, and I'm very excited about it. And, I put out some podcasts. I put a lot of things, but obviously this week, the rioting, the craziness, all that is still happening. And to sit there and not try to talk about it would be crazy. And I talked about it a little bit last week. I am not someone who's versed on these rules and laws and things like that and all those things that happen. So I'm not going to sit here and say that I know what's right and wrong. But I do know this. If you're going to be the person that says you want to defund and take away money from the police, you're not thinking. You're not smart. I saw somebody post on Facebook. I believe it was in Massachusetts, But there was a guy who kept pushing and pushing for defunding the police. And then someone broke his windshield. And then he tried to call the police. Yeah, dude, that's what we're doing. In my experience in life, the police have always been helpful to me. Now, is it because I'm a straight white male? Maybe. I don't know. But I also don't get in a ton of trouble. But the times I've need them, they've been there for me. And the times that I have been an idiot, like when I was younger and drinking or whatever, they were fair, firm, but did their job. They policed. They took care of things. To tell to hate all the police, to want to get rid of the police without having another solution is insane. That's not what you do. If you want to get rid of stuff, have a solution. By making social workers by just having volunteer, that's not the solution. You need better training. That's what you think. If you want to do that, speak with the powers that be, present the plan, and show them we need this instead. We need you to filter who you're hiring in better. Maybe lately, it's hard to hire people that that are calm, that can be rational. Maybe I wonder why. Maybe because in the last 10 years, we've made it seem like the police are the worst people in the world. So some people are like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to be hated for my job. So who takes that job? Dudes who like to be hated. Dudes that don't mind taking anger. Dudes that like confrontation. And dudettes. I'm sorry. Maybe that's who takes it on. So maybe with a new training, a new philosophy, a new way of teaching how to speak and rationalize, maybe it would be better. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong in what I just said, but I just thought about it for a minute and it kind of makes sense. So maybe that's what you do. But to defund, to tell them to fuck off, and just the simple fact that you're going to fucking grab mobs of people and show up somewhere and be like, I should be allowed to speak my mind. I should be allowed to say what you are. But they're also allowed to make sure that people that don't want to hear you speaking your mind, that people that don't want to be have their stores ruined, people that don't want to be injured by your protest and your thing, they should have protection as well. They're protecting everyone. But for you to tell them to fuck off and tell them they suck, but then wonder why they're not defending you when someone attacks you from that as defense. Come on, man. We got to be smarter. Behavior matters. I'm going to keep pushing that. We're talking about what race of people matters. Behavior matters. Act like a civilized person. Be rational. If you can't be, find the people that can be, support them. Be behind them as they speak, as they plan, as they put things together, as they mobilize, as they organize, as Killer Mike rhymed with all those fun words. I can't do it like that. But just, it's not going to work. And the protests in all these dumb little towns that were never going to happen, you got your video. Congratulations. I know you're all, it's fun to see all my white friends on Facebook and Instagram saying, we're doing it for black people. It's like, yeah, you're doing it so black people won't be mad at you. There was that video, that big fat guy who said, fuck all white people, and he's white, and it's just like, what are you doing? It's just like, people, the simple fact that we're naming races and colors, it's wrong, everything that's happening. But at the same time, to do it with violence, to do it, all that stuff is crazy. And when you do gather and you do go nuts, you're going to get in a crazy battle. And the craziest people will come out at those times. It will. It will definitely come out at those times. The awful thing that happened on Sunday with the video here that I'm going to share and then probably like piss people off or whatever. It's a thing that everyone's doing. And talking about now, so I might as well talk about it as the week that was, and it just happened in the week. So boom, here's the video. Not getting any volume on this bad boy. I don't know why, but here we go. Right there. These are protesters yelling, hold the line. Hold the line. You're not cops. You're trying to stop people from. A crazy person in a car is going to come at you. Crazy people will come out in crazy times. Stop being out there. Get away from there. What happened to the COVID thing? We were supposed to be inside. People are dying. People are getting shot. People are just running around. They think GTA is real now. They all think GTA is real. It's not real. Okay? You can't just run around and shoot people. It's not going to solve anything. Smashing people's windows aren't going to solve anything. Watching my Patreon and supporting it will solve things. Because you will laugh and you will be distracted and you won't want to go outside because you'll be laughing so hard like, oh, I can't go outside anymore. I'm enjoying Pat Oates' laughter too much. Possibly, maybe, I don't know. But this week has been crazy. I hope this next week is safer. I've got some good stuff coming up. I've got, for you people on Patreon, coming up, I'm going to be dropping 2 more episodes. I'm going to be having Gino Visconti back to talk about all this crazy stuff that's been going on. We're excited about that. And comedian / comedy booker Ryan Brouth will be on. One will be on Tuesday, one will be on Thursday. I'll drop them both on those days at one point. Also planning on doing another NSSR with, that's a special SSSN, sorry, with Brandon and possibly Dave Hintz on there, and some more fun things coming up. And I will be on the radio coming up this week on 95.9 The Fox, supposedly. And you can check out that episode I dropped, by the way, last week, where the show will never be seen. There was some crazy madness with that. I'm not really allowed to promote and push that too much, but it is what it is. You learn your lessons sometimes that you can't be crazy all the time when other people's jobs might be online. It is what it is. So thank you for watching the week that was. For those of you on the Patreon, thank you for supporting. Those that aren't Get on this train, baby. So much content every week. Pat Oates, Patreon.com/Pat Oates Podcast. Support us. There's many tiers, as little as $3 a month. But you can also pay my rent. There's many different tiers. You can do that there. And if you can't afford that, whatever, you want to get some content, subscribe to the Pat Oates YouTube channel. Check out that stuff. Or go on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and just rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast. But you can also give me $3. Thank you and enjoy your next week.